Hello everybody, I'm Hannah from Coffee&Creme and this is a palette comparison today. We've got Urban Decay's Naked Smoky palette and we've got Primark's Smoky palette. And now I'm just going to ask you if you can tell which side each one is on. So if you want to pause the video and tell me if you think the Primark palette's on the left or the right eye, that would be great, and then you will find out in just a little bit. So if you want to find out how I did this look and what I think of these two palettes, then keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to be using and comparing these two palettes today. The price range is massively different. So this one is the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. It's got this amazing plastic packaging with like this smoke in the background. This is one of my favourite packagings of the Naked palettes. And I'm going to be creating a look that I can do with both of these palettes and then just talk about the differences between them both. So this is the Primark version, and as you can see, the packaging is almost a direct copy, which is fine. I mean, it's cardboard packaging, which I don't prefer because it gets really dirty when you're using it. It doesn't have a mirror inside. I've ripped the packaging a little bit by accident. And those are the shades, which at a glance look quite similar, but actually some of them are quite different. So I'm going to try and create a look which I can do with both these palettes, and then I will give you my thoughts. So at the moment I've got a full face on, I've got Barry M in the Matte Me Up lipstick in Go To. Let's get to it. One eye, and if you guessed that Urban Decay was on the right eye, then you would have been correct. I'm going to do my PS Pro Smoky palette on the left eye. So let's get started. I'm just going to put my hair out my face, and we're going to start with a shade called Conclave, and I'm going to use that on this brush I got from eBay. Right, so I'm going to use Conclave underneath my brow bone, and on the opposite side I've used the shade 13 from the Urban Decay Smoky palette. What I will say is I really did struggle to create this eye look because there isn't actually a lot of similar shades in this palette. I expected there to be a lot more. What they've done is they've ripped off the packaging, they've ripped off about 2 shades inside, and that's it, and it's a bit disappointing really. But the shadows don't seem to be going on too badly. Oh, I didn't expect that. This shade is actually cream, but with a pink iridescent to it, which I didn't expect at all. You cannot see that in the pan. That's hilarious. Okay, so that's some highlight, and I'll just stamp some of that in the inner corner as well. For my lid colour, which I've got on this side, let's have a look quickly, see if I've actually had a look at this side yet. The shade Even Tide, and in the Urban Decay palette I used the shade Password. So I'm going to take this on my Sigma flat shader brush, which this is literally my favourite shader brush I've ever used. It's so dense. I'm just going to pack this shade onto the lid. In the pan they look very similar. On the eyes actually this one's definitely going on a bit more brown than the other one. I'm just going to blend this out. Now I don't actually have a transition colour because I couldn't find one that was any good. So I'm just going to use my Sigma E25, I think this is. And this is just, yeah, E25. This is like a fluffy blending brush. And it's perfect for blending out our crease. It's like a mini travel version. They used to give these away free when you made an order, which is mental because it's a really good brush, and I remember them giving them away for free. Because I don't have a transition colour, I'm literally just blending with the colour that's already there. Right, so I'm going to go into the crease now, and normally I wouldn't go into the crease with a dark colour so early on. Normally I'd use like a medium transition shade. But because we don't have a medium transition shade in this palette, I'm going to have to go straight in with the black. So I'm going to be using the shade called Darkness, and I'm going to be doing that on a Sedona Lace EB15, which is like a pointed crease brush. This is really good for getting in that outer V. Trick is with black is only to use a little bit at a time, because if you put in too much straight away, it's gone, you know, you can't really fix that very easily. I'm just blending this up as I'm going. I'm just making sure really to focus it on the outer bit. I've got quite hooded eyes, I find, so when I like look normally, sometimes you can't even see my shadow, so I have to bring it up a little bit higher, closer to the brow bone, just so you can actually see that I've got shadow on. I'm actually very impressed with the texture of these eyeshadows. They aren't going on as badly as I thought, considering the palette's only £4. It's actually going on really, really nicely. Yeah, I'm really liking how that's looking so far actually. I've just realised as well that I've forgotten to put on eye primer on that eye, which is just fantastic. On the other eye I used the NYX eye primer, just a white one. It doesn't matter, considering these are going on without eye primer, they're looking amazing. I mean, normally shadows without eye primer don't even have any effect whatsoever. They're not as vibrant and they don't go on as well. This is looking really good actually, if I do say so myself. Right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same black colour called Darkness and I'm going to take it underneath on the lower lash line. I'm going to take it with this Sedona Lace EB21, which is a tiny little brush. Really tiny little brush, and this is really nice for getting right underneath on that lower lash line. So I'm going to take some of that darkness. I'm just going to brush that on the underneath. I would say this black's really, really quite pigmented actually. Normally I have a lot of problems with black eyeshadows just not being good enough, but this one's quite good. Honestly, I'm saying that actually looks quite identical even without the eyeliner on. It's looking really similar. So for a final step, I'm just going to add some eyeliner and mascara. And the eyeliner I'm going to be using today is called the PS liquid liner, and it's one from Primark, and actually this is fast becoming my favourite liquid liner. The brush on it is great, it's so black, it stays on and it's only £1. The brush on it is really, really thin. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put my liquid liner. I've never done this on camera before, so be prepared for it to go horribly wrong and uneven. It's really good. Holly, can you let the cat out please? Concentration in my face is immense. Just trying to get it even, it's literally a bane of my life trying to get eyeliner even, to be honest. Apparently the cat just likes to scream whenever I'm doing anything. I think that's as even as it's going to get, to be honest. I'm also going to take that liquid liner. I'm also going to take that liquid liner just on the outer corner as well. Just a little bit. Dragging it underneath. I'm not really going anywhere today, so no one can judge my makeup apart from everybody on the internet. I'm just going to take some mascara, and this is the Colossal Volume Express mascara in 100% black. I would put lashes on, but to be honest, I don't wear them every day. And there's no point in me putting lashes on today because I'm terrible at putting them on anyway, and I'm going to have to learn before I put them on camera. Some on the bottom lashes as well. And there is the finished look. So I'm just going to zoom out. I do think my liquid eyeliner went horrifically on this eye, but you can't get it right all the time. Oops. Let's zoom out a little bit. So there is the finished look. We've got the Primark palette on this side and the Urban Decay palette on this side. I'll just come in a bit closer so you can see again. I don't think you can tell the difference. I honestly don't. I'll just talk about a few notes on these palettes. The cheaper one, it's £4 at the end of the day. Do I think it's a dupe? I'm gonna say no. But do I think you should have this palette anyway? Yes. I mean, it's got some great shades in it. This blue, I really, really wanted to use, but unfortunately in the Urban Decay version, there isn't. So yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna use this palette. I'd say it's definitely different to the Urban Decay one, but it's worth having in your makeup kit. It's got some really nice brights actually to go with smoky eyes in here, and if you want to see more tutorials, sorry I'm blinding you, more tutorials using this palette, then please comment below. The Urban Decay one, I mean, I love all the Naked palettes. It's actually not my favourite out of all the Naked palettes there are so far, but it is great. All the colours are so buttery. It's got some great shimmers in there, some nice golds, which I feel like the Primark one was lacking in golds. But aside from that, I do think it's worth the £4. I just don't think it's a dupe for the Urban Decay. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more comments. Subscribe if you want to see more content, like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below which palette you preferred, if you could tell the difference, and will you be picking up the Primark one. Thank you very much, bye!